we are here to celebrate right here on the Lowdown Show, episode 96, guys, of the Lowdown Show, your WWE NXT review right here at No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, your Canadian wrestling podcast that talks about the WWE and No Holds Barred on anything we say, pun intended. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at No Holds Barred WP. You can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters, and you can follow my co-host at Corporate Cappy. You can also follow us on Instagram at No Holds Barred WP. If you want to listen to us on the go, Spreaker, iTunes, and Stitcher Radio is where you can find us. You can listen to all previous episodes of the podcast on there, and Spreaker is a glorious app and a glorious podcast app that allows you to chat with us live on the air and is available for all Android and Apple devices, and it is free to download and free to make a profile. And if you want to watch any video versions of the podcast, you can go to youtube.com/NHBWR and check us out on there. We got unboxings, video versions of the podcast, like I said, and other content on there. So hit that subscribe button, that bell icon for all upload updates. And I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters. And every week right here on the Lowdown Show, I am joined by my co-host. He is a blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
Yes, it's brought to you by me.
Yeah, brought to you by Corporate Cappy here on the Lowdown Show. Sorry for the lateness, guys. I was getting stuff set up here, and I
wasn't even home. So
you weren't even home yet, but I actually was invested. I don't know if you guys are up there, and this is an unwrestling related topic here, but this trivia game that's freaking driving me nuts right now, and you guys probably know it if you heard of it. If not, called hang on, I got the app right here on my phone. It's called HQ Trivia. Holy shit, man. This game is addicting. You can win like free money. The thing is just insane. And there was a big draw tonight for like $250,000. I made it to like the 7th question, and I got it wrong. So I don't know. I had to just quit out of that, and I had to wait for Corporate Cappy. So he's on the air here, and we are live on the air here to talk about NXT. And if you guys heard that glorious intro, it's time to celebrate because we are almost, literally actually a week away. Like a week today, we'll be on the road to New Orleans. Myself and Corporate Cappy here. We are going down to New Orleans for WrestleMania 34, and the excitement level is just over the top right now, man. I'm so excited to go. Like I can't wait.
So there's no Lowdown Show next week, but I'm sure you'll get enough content.
Yeah, there's no Lowdown Show next week, but I am planning something for when we're there. I'm trying to get a grasp of when we're going to do it. It's either going to be, depending on how tired we are, the Thursday night when we get set up. If not, sometime on Friday, because I know Friday there's not a lot going during the day for us. Access is not till 5 o'clock, so maybe we'll do some sort of live show during the day, maybe midday Friday. Maybe we're going to do I was thinking maybe we can do a takeover predictions. That day will probably be live on YouTube, so look out for that. And speaking of the takeover predictions, and I want to give a huge shout out to Salax, who is live in our chat right now, for designing. If you guys are watching the video version of YouTube or you've seen the new logo for the Lowdown Show, he designed it. Thank you very much, Salax. And he also designed this beautiful layout. This wonderful layout here on YouTube. Thank you, Salax, so much for that, man. Amazing work, this guy. Guys, if you ever need graphic designs or anything like that, go hit him up on Twitter at Salax, and the guy does amazing shit, man. Thank you very much, Salax, again, for the new logo for the show. Definitely a beautiful logo. I love that one. I mean, I love my last one, but I love this one even more. And speaking of the live chat, we got Tiffany from That Ass Podcast, guys, relationship-based podcast. Go check them out. They're available on YouTube as well, and they are on Twitter, That Ass Podcast. Go give them a follow, her and the co-host, James, of That Ass Podcast. We also got Michael Chow TV. He also does a wrestling podcast, guys. He reviews Raw and SmackDown, so go check him out on Michael Chow TV. He's also available on Spreaker, and we got Cupid Girl 125 on a chat here, so welcome back, Cupid Girl, to the live chat.
Michael Chow or crab juice? Yuck. I'll take the crab juice.
I'm sure he's going to get that reference. And speaking of The Simpsons, myself and Corporate Cappy went to Simpsons Trivia last night. It was at a new establishment, too. Yeah, SmackDown was terrible. Thank God we didn't stay home and watch that shit. So we went to Simpsons Trivia, our monthly thing. It usually is at another establishment. It was a bar called The Honest Lawyer. The place wasn't that great. I mean, the service was terrible. There was one day that they knew Simpsons Trivia was happening. All these people were coming in, and they decided to book one server for the entire fucking bar. So I think that's a terrible idea, but, you know, that's how they book shit, and there was just terrible mic work. Sometimes the TVs didn't work because literally you watch an episode of The Simpsons and then you do trivia questions. It's really cool and really well done. I loved how they did that. I I just didn't like the venue. The venue was really grungy, so they moved because the place actually sold, and we went to a new establishment last night. It was actually pretty cool. They actually had themed food, so they had a custom burger named the Krusty Burger, and they had a drink called the Flaming Mo, which was actually really good. I had 2 of them. It was really, really cool infused drink. So it was really cool, really well done. So our team name was, if you guys do know that episode of The Simpsons with the crab juice, was Honest Lawyer or Crab Juice. Ugh, I'll take the crab juice.
And it won best.
And
team
it won.
name.
We won best team name, won a box of donuts, and Corporate Cappy also won a single prize of a Simpsons comic. So that was pretty cool. But anyways, we're getting
sounds a
off
lot
topic here.
better than reviewing SmackDown Live.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares about the main roster? I don't feel like it's like we're literally going to be in New Orleans in a week, and I do not care about. I mean, I care about WrestleMania, but it doesn't. There's nothing that gets me excited for WrestleMania.
I like the matches. There's just really been no build for some of the matches.
Yeah. Glorious Greg joining the chat. What's going on? Our 2017 fan of the year. What's going on? Glorious Greg. You guys have a gaming channel. If you guys are into some gaming and whatnot, or watching streamers, he's got a Twitch channel. Go check him out. I think it's Gilly's Gaming or Gilly Gaming. Go check him out on Twitter. Really good stuff on there. We actually played with him a couple of times. Michael Chow in chat. NXT equals crab juice and WrestleMania is Mountain Dew. So far, man, just NXT TakeOver. Holy shit. After tonight, man, like, it's just so stacked. It's like they did it on purpose. It's like they purposely went over and above to outbook WrestleMania, and it has less matches. Funny, a card with less matches is outbeating WrestleMania just like 18 hours long. Oh, God. Just but what are you going to do? I actually missed Raw, I think, this week. I'm pretty sure I missed Raw this week.
Yeah, you did, but it wasn't.
It's actually the first time in a while I missed both shows.
You didn't want to see Kane in the main event anyway against John Cena.
Absolutely not. That would have made triple list moment of the week, whatever you want to call it. But for the new viewers, I know it's like 8 minutes in. This is a lowdown show. We review NXT every single week, as you can tell, and it's because we don't review the main roster because it's shit for obvious reasons. It's goddamn terrible. Freaking goons out there. I seen a couple comments on our headline videos today. What the hell was that? The one I sent you. Freaking goons. I gave him the goonish answer back, though. You know, is what it is. Probably. Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. It's okay. Can't stop them all.
So you want to get into this?
Yeah, let's get into this.
Want to do your plugs first?
Oh yeah, I got to do it because I didn't do it last week. Thank you for reminding me, Corporate Cappy. So before I get underway here and talk about the number one brand in sports entertainment, and that is NXT, I guys wanted to get you guys these plugs out of the way. So guys, if you are watching on YouTube, it's up on the screen. If you are listening, listen in. Go check out WrestleRumble.com, guys. Go check them out. They do an awesome pick-up contest, and they got a double contest this year for WrestleMania and TakeOver. So go check them out. Huge prizes. I think the main prize for the NXT pick-up is the NXT Championship, a replica belt, and the main prize for the WrestleMania pick-up is $1,000 cash. Like, who doesn't like $1,000? So go check that out, guys, at WrestleRumble on Twitter or at WrestleRumble.com and enter it in, guys. I think $10 gets you one entry, so you don't want to miss that. Also, go check out Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand, really good wrestling branded t-shirts. They are not wrestling shirts like WWEshop.com. They're their own style, and it's actually CO'd by Al Snow, former WWE superstar. And we got a promo code for you guys to use. Use Jumbo on checkout, and you actually will save 10%. So thank you, JumboRef123 on Twitter, for letting us use that promo code to give out to people. And lastly but not least, go check out ExtremeWrestlingShirts.com. They specialize in pro wrestling and MMA apparel with over 50,000 t-shirts, sweatshirts, costumes, DVDs, and pendants in stock. And guess what? It is free shipping. Yes, you heard that right. Free shipping to the U.S. and Canada on all products in every order. If you want to choose expedited shipping and pay for that, you're more than welcome to. But if you want to stick with the standard shipping, it is free. And guys, I highly suggest you check out this content. It's really good stuff. I've ordered a lot of shirts from them before. If you're watching actually the video version of this podcast, I'm wearing one of the shirts I won from one of their contests. And it's made from their website. It's the Just Bring It The Rock t-shirt. It's very, very comfortable, very light fitting. You know, you can order your right size. So whatever t-shirt size you regularly are, order that size, and it fits you. Like, this is great. I think this is actually a size up, but it's a little baggy. But it's one of those shirts I like to wear just around the house. I'm not going to wear it out of the house, but you know, you can fit into your normal size. You don't have to order up just like WWE Shop on some items. So,
the worst.
Yeah, that is the worst. So again, those are all the plugs. Again, thank you, Salix, for this amazing layout and the new logo down there for the Lowdown Show. Thank you again for that. And speaking of the Lowdown Show, let's get on with the Lowdown Show and let's review NXT. Holy moly, it was a massive episode tonight on NXT. Holy shit. Corporate Cappy, unfortunately, had to miss it. He had some plans today, and that's all right because I briefly went over it with him before the show. Right before even the intro video, we had Tommaso Ciampa walking outside Full Sail University towards the building, and the crowd out there, like, goonly chanting Psycho Killer. He walks up to William Regal and complains about wanting to get rid of Johnny Gargano, saying it's annoying. You can't have this guy walk into my place of work and attack me. He doesn't work here anymore. What kind of organization you running here, Regal? You know, kind of something like that. So basically, he's like, Real, you got to do something to get rid of him. So Real's like, okay, I'll do something. NXT TakeOver New Orleans, you are going to face Johnny Gargano in a match. And unfortunately, because Johnny Gargano is not contracted with NXT anymore, it will be unsanctioned. Now, I don't want to say I told you so, everybody. But I told you so. I knew this was going to happen. I'm so pumped for this.
Colored copy of Seth Rollins Triple H. Come on.
Oh, it's nothing like that. Not even close.
See, NXT's gonna copy the main roster to be good.
No, stop it. It's not even in compare to that match. No way in comparison. The build has been 100% better than this shit. Anyways,
which build was better?
This build.
Oh man, the King of Kings, man.
Okay, you can take your corporate and turn the off switch for a sec while I talk about this. But Ciampa loves the idea. It was weird. I thought he'd complain about it and complain about having to have a match with Gargano, but he wasn't. The one thing I want to point out, he wasn't wearing the knee brace. And the camera commentator guy was like trying to ask him about the knee. And he never said anything, but he wasn't wearing his knee brace. And he didn't have a crutch, so I'm guessing that maybe it was kind of storyline-ish the last couple of weeks, or maybe he's fully healed now. Anyways, Regal adds, if Johnny wins, Johnny gets his job back, but if Ciampa wins, Johnny Gargano is officially banished from NXT. And now a lot of people, including yourself, were like, well, what's the difference between being out of NXT and being banished? I'm guessing is that he's never going to be mentioned NXT again, and there's no way in hell that he can ever be down there, and it's basically like a way of saying, okay, he's basically got to be called up. So it's either gets called up or keeps his job in NXT. So it either can go either way. Mm-hmm. In my opinion.
I don't know. The way... Yeah, I mean, I like that, not knowing who's going to win. I mean, making it too obvious would just, ruin the whole match.
Mm-hmm.
But...
This is going to be intense. This is going to be absolutely crazy. Like, I cannot wait for this match. It's probably going to be my favorite match of the night at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. I cannot wait for this. The storyline is just so good between these two. It just, you can even picture. We know how good the promo team is for NXT, and can you imagine the promo wheel they're going to make for both these guys, and for this type of match? It is going to be absolutely insane. So, cannot wait for this. It's going to be one hell of a match. So we had the intro and we started the show, and out came William Regal walking out to the ring right off the bat. He talks about NXT delivering and bringing you the best competitors in all the world and bringing you the experience from these competitors. He announces that NXT will have its first ever mid-card championship.
Thank God.
Oh, baby. The thing that
exactly,
I was just going to say, the thing myself and Corporate Cappy have been asking for years on this show, or not years, months on this show, is finally coming to fruition. We're actually going to get a mid-card championship. So pumped. And they're naming it the North American Championship. So the NXT North American Championship, he compares it to the UK Championship a little bit, which is kind of cool. And then all of a sudden, this music starts, and it's got these lyrics. I'm going, okay, who? Like, who's coming out now? I've never heard this theme song before. And all of a sudden, the crowd starts getting hype, and out comes EC3. making his debut. He comes out and he's got the blank jumbotron. He's facing it, and he points to the left, and the E comes up, and he points to the middle, and the C's in the middle, and he points to the right, and then there's the 3. That was really
cool. Derek Bateman.
Derek Bateman, hey, making his WWE return.
God, he was awful as that character.
Anyways, interrupting William Regal. The crowd just going ballistic for this, doing EC3 chants. EC3 gets on the mic, and before I even talk about what he said, this guy is just, his charisma is just through the roof. This guy is going to be so good on the mic, and I think he's going to be a big, big part in NXT, man. Just from this opening, this first promo of his NXT career, I can tell this guy's going to be very big. He's calling NXT one of the hottest brands in sports entertainment, talking about his lucrative contract that Regal signed him to, and even his great new theme. He's talking about his theme song, which is actually pretty well done. I think it's him in his theme song. It kind of sounds like him, so I got to check that out. Calling Regal logical for making a new championship here in NXT and awarding it to EC3 on his first day. So already getting that heelish look. Looks like they're going to go the heel way with EC3, and I'm fine with that. And that was pretty funny. Regal says he's happy that EC3, and he's a good competitor, and he's happy for him being here, but no one gets handed anything here in NXT, and he knows that even though he's proven his way, he's going to have to prove himself here in NXT. He says that EC3 will be at TakeOver in a match to compete for that North American Championship against 5 other competitors, and announces that an NXT TakeOver New Orleans is going to be a 6-man ladder match for the debut of the NXT North American Championship. Holy crap.
That's probably gonna open the show. That's gonna be crazy.
Where do you even where do you even put that on the card? Like, you could have it open the show, but I don't know. Is that too much to open the show? Like, is that too much of a big match?
Well, I mean, they've always had big matches to start before, and I mean, it's a good way to get the crowd excited.
Yeah, but I feel like it should be in the middle of the card. Pun intended, it's for the mid-card title. I think it should be in the middle of the card. I think the opening match should probably be the tag team.
WrestleMania had the IC title ladder match to open the show.
Yeah, I don't think NXT really wants to copy the main roster. If anything, I think they should do the tag team titles as the opening match. AOP, if they end up moving on, I highly suggest that they put that as the opening match. But if it's done in strong, which we'll get to later, I don't know. It's so tough. I don't know if I'd put that. I can't, especially because now we find out who the competitors are for that ladder match throughout the night tonight. That's so tough. So tough where to book that. Anyways, huge match announced by William Regal, and then I'm sitting here going, now this is how you book a road to WrestleMania. What the fuck has the main roster done to get you excited for WrestleMania? NXT in the last month have gotten you over the top and over the moon excited for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And now with tonight,
every match on the main roster is a shit build. A lot of them have.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be the main thing, though. No one looks towards that weekend and say, oh, I'm just here for TakeOver New Orleans. No, the main attraction is WrestleMania. Your main thing and your main goal is to make WrestleMania huge. That's your fucking Super Bowl. But the fact that there's 1 or 2 matches or 3 matches on the entire fucking card that's 8 hours long to get you excited for WrestleMania, every fucking match on TakeOver got me excited for TakeOver.
And what about the last couple weeks build up here?
And this is your development brand? Give me a fucking break here. What the fuck's happening?
And then on the main roster, you got fucking Kane coming out 2 weeks.
Yeah, they got a guy who's 50-something years old who can barely walk and wants to run for mayor, but no, they got to keep reaching him back and getting him back to do these useless fucking things.
Oh, look who's in the chat. Long-time viewer, the villain Craig. Craig
Oh,
Messi.
The villain Craig. Craig Messi. What's going on, sir? What's going on? Join the chat. Anyways, like I was saying, what the fuck has the main roster done to get you excited for WrestleMania? Besides a couple of matches.
Besides Daniel Bryan.
You can take that. Okay, we're going to put those to the side. We're going to put Daniel Bryan to the side. We're going to put Shinsuke and AJ Styles to the side. We're going to put the Intercontinental Championship to the side. What else? Nothing. I'm gonna go over
Sasha
it.
Bailey would have been awesome, but
If
you
it
know,
was
has to be stuck in the fucking Battle
for the
Royal.
championship, but no, we got to get the fat shaming feud between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax because that was a fucking great idea. Let's touch the more sensitive people around the world that watch WWE and do a fat shaming feud. Yeah, that'll drive people to watch that fucking match and not complain the whole time.
And I mean, the Charlotte Asuka match should be good, but there's been no build. Like,
yeah, they've been on separate brands. Why haven't they shown up on each other's brands?
Like, why didn't Charlotte
how do you
come
build
and,
this?
Distract Asuka during a match this week or attack her or something? Like,
That's supposed to be the #1 women's match on the fucking card, and they've done zero to book it. What is this shit? What am I watching? Fuck. And you got Roman and who gives a fuck about Roman and Brock?
Oh.
Honestly, that's supposed to be the main event. But you're telling me that I'm supposed to go into that match going, I think Brock Lesnar's probably gonna win that match. Give me a fucking break. Really? You think we're this stupid, WWE? You think we're that fucking idiotic that we don't see what you're doing right now? You're getting Roman beaten the fuck up every goddamn week, and then once WrestleMania comes around, he's all battered and beaten. All of a sudden, he's going to rise up and give out 8 Superman punches and 3 spears, and then Brock's going to go down, and Roman's Universal Champion. Well, no fucking shit. We've known for a year and a half you were going to do this. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm fired up right now, Tiffany. Very fired up. Because I'm going to New Orleans. It's because I'm more focused because I'm going to New Orleans. I'm going to WrestleMania.
So, disclaimer, we might take a video of us walking out if that's the main event.
Yeah. I don't care. People can rip us apart. I don't give a fuck. I'm walking out of that main event.
That's not the main event.
So anyways, great debut by EC3. Really well done. Then we get the highlighted Dusty Rhodes Classic Control Room that I find pointless on NXT. I don't know why they keep doing this shit. Where Charlie Caruso's back there in that Triple H room talking about the Dusty Rhodes Classic. They talk about what's going on so far. And they cut to TM61, the Performance Center. They're talking about their early loss in the DRC, saying that they have to change things up a bit. And then all of a sudden, like, the cameraman's like, oh, excuse me, guys, I got to go. And he goes into the Performance Center. And all of a sudden, like, Shayna and Ember Moon are, like, staring at each other. Like, just staring down. All of a sudden, they just start, like, cracking each other in the face. I'm going, oh, shit. Oh. Like, they are just beating the living crap out of each other. They even rolled on top of the cameraman, and the cameraman, like, dropped down. The camera went flying. And it's, like, one of those angles where the camera's, like, tilted sideways, and you can still see them fighting in the background. So this was very, very intense, man. They're really putting this match on, like, the pedestal for, like, intensity. So I'm really liking what they're doing here with Ember and Shayna Baszler. I can't wait for that match to go out. Those two girls are going to rip each other apart in New Orleans. Just absolutely destroy each other. So
I think it's gonna be mostly Shayna Baszler doing the destroying. Let's get real.
I think there's gonna be. I think they've built Ember big enough that she can hold her own against Shayna. I think they've done a good job with that. I don't think it's gonna be too much of a squash. Anyways, we had AOP versus Street Profits in the semis for the DRC. Really hoping the Street Profits are going to come out on this one, man. Street Profits are so entertaining. God. I love these guys. Very tough test, Nathan, against the authors of... Oh, shit, fuck. Oh, man, I almost fell asleep live on air here. Authors of Sleep. Bad. Yes, we call them the Authors of Sleep because they're fucking boring. I don't like the Authors of Pain. They're terrible. They dominated a bit at the beginning of this match, and then Street Profits started to build momentum a little bit, and they had this spot where Montez Ford and Paul Ellering were on the outside. He's like trying to get Paul Ellering to drink the Gatorade. Paul Ellering slaps that out of Montez Ford's hands, gets pissed off. Angelo Dawkins is in the ring distracted. He gets last chaptered, and that's the end of the match. Really nothing to this match. It was squash. AOP moves on. They're in the finals of the DRC. Who gives a flying fuck? Just so stupid that they buried
Profits.
That's like 3 teams they just buried to shit in this tournament. This tournament is supposed to showcase these teams. But no, we're burying them left and right. Just so AOP can get over.
Again, just like last year.
Unbelievable. Fucking...
don't even repeat what he said.
Craig Messi wants Eva Marie back in the title picture.
Don't even say it.
Oh, man, that would be a good day. That'd be a good women's match right there.
Absolutely not. Move on.
Yeah, but that was a terrible ending. That was really poorly done. I hate how they're pushing AOP way too much now. I don't know if this is...
Why do we need to see these guys?
I get this feeling, Cappy. I get this feeling that this is Vince's little hand squeaking into NXT a little bit and sprinkling a little his Vince magic on AOP, trying to get them over. So as soon as they come up to the main roster, Vince can have his all. They're gonna get Vince's hands.
Right.
Anyways, Kathy Kelly outside William Regal's office, and this happens like 8 times throughout the night. So I thought it was hilarious.
What's going on between Kathy Kelly and William Regal that
I
we
don't
know
know
about?
She got like the Ronda Rousey eye makeup rocking tonight too. I don't know if that's a thing right now backstage with the women, but she's asking William Regal about the other competitors in the NXT Championship, North American Championship match, and says that Adam Cole has been added, just like that. Adam Cole has been added. That's how good Adam Cole is. He just gets added like that because Velveteen Dream comes in right after this and interrupts Regal and talks about if you want this match to have experience, like William Regal talked about in the beginning of the night, you want to add the Velveteen Dream. And Regal agrees and said his run so far in NXT has been really good and adds him to the match. Just like that. And can someone say land of opportunity? These guys don't even... Literally, NXT doesn't even promote land of opportunity, and they give people opportunity. SmackDown promotes it left to right with this stupid top 10 thing that everyone's already forgotten about. I don't know if everyone remembers there's the top 10. They completely fucking went that went to shit. We all predicted that. But they promote this land of opportunity, and they fucking bury everyone on SmackDown. Yeah, land of opportunity, my fucking ass. Just saying. Anyways, moved on here. We had Lars Sullivan return. He's been on TV for like a month and a half, 2 months. I guess it was a injury. I guess. I don't know. There was rumors that it was something else, but who knows? He comes back. I love his entrance. The piano with his theme, the silhouette thing. It's very, very well done. They did a very good job building this guy up. We got an enhancement talent alert. Enhancement talent alert. We have John Silver facing Lars Sullivan tonight. Yes, the one and only John Silver. That's what add him to the list of people to remember for enhancement talent. Are you going to add that to the list there with our boys Riley Apex and
Chris Starr with
Chris
two
Starr?
R's?
Yeah. That's got to be added to the enhancement
What the hell was
talent.
his name again?
John Silver. Yes.
Long John Silver.
Not to be confused with Long John Silver. Unless it was him.
That's probably what they did. They probably looked at a fucking terrible fast food chain in the States and were like, okay, we're going to pick this guy's name.
So can him and Bobby Fish form a team and just be like Captain...
The canned fish?
The canned fish. Something like that. I don't know. That's stupid. Whatever. Anyways. John Silver gets eaten alive by Sullivan. I don't think anyone thought that Silver was going to beat Lars Sullivan here. Lars Sullivan even does like a diving headbutt off the top. Like he's like very aerial in this match. If you look at Lars Sullivan, he's not really, you don't think he's an aerial guy. He got air here. Hits the freak accident and wins. Well, no shit. And we moved on. So we got Kathy Kelly talking to William Regal again. Talking about the North American title match and some who are the other people, William Regal, and then he's like funny you say that, and then Lars Sullivan's walking through the hallway and goes and tells Lars Sullivan, I want you in the TakeOver ladder match. Sullivan says stuff here that literally sounds identical to Kane. What Lars Sullivan, if you guys didn't see this promo, go back and watch. This guy sounds exactly like Kane from the Ruthless Aggression era, and I'm talking about that feud with Matt Hardy and the Lita thing going on, those promos he was cutting. This sounds like he sounds identical to Kane. It's insane. But he says it's all fine, Danny, but he wants Killian Dane. So Real agrees and says, oh, he's also in that ladder match, but next week you get to have him one-on-one. So Killian Dane is also added to the ladder match, but he will go one-on-one with Lars Sullivan next week. So big match next week between Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane. Looking forward to that shit.
That's the match that we were supposed to get before Lars Sullivan just randomly disappeared for a month and a half.
Yeah. So Dakota Kai was supposed to have a match here, and I think she's going to play a huge part in the division. Just keep featuring her. But we cut to the parking lot, and Aleister Black is just getting his ass whooped by Almas. I'm talking getting brutally attacked. Almas even had a cooler. There's suddenly a cooler there full of water and was drowning Black's head in it. This was very intense, and then whipped him into the steel door, and it sounded terrible. This eventually led into the arena, so the Dakota Kai match, whoever she's going to face, we'll never know that opponent either, just like the other week. He rolls Black into the ring, and he grabs a chair and just destroys Aleister Black's back. Like, absolutely just destroyed. Like, the crack on his back was so loud. And this was very, very intense. I guess it adds a lot of fuel to the feud. And I've never seen Aleister Black dominate. I don't think we've ever seen Aleister Black dominated like this, ever. I think this is the first time we've ever seen him get destroyed like that. So this was very, very well done, and it adds more, it adds more excitement and more thinking, and it gets your mind going about this feud. Going like, can Aleister Black actually beat Almas, or is Almas the next top champion in NXT to hold the belt for a while? Like, is he the next top guy? So it's gonna be, and it's tough because a lot of people is like, no, Aleister Black's gonna get his title before he goes up to NXT. But again, this is another match where I can see either way happening, and it would both make sense. So
I think it's Aleister Black's time. I think he's the face of NXT right now.
I'm still split. I got another week to think about it, but I'm still split in that decision. Anyways, we moved on.
What did Zelina Vega look like?
Do I really have to say much? She looks good ever.
If she looked like she did in her Mortal Kombat outfit that I saw, I'm like, that's it. Like, it's over.
No, she looked good. She looked good.
All right.
But yeah, poor Dakota. Who the hell is she going to face? We'll never know.
No, just like last week. Who was supposed to be, what the hell was that guy's name supposed to face? I can't remember.
Oh, Mendoza? Was it Luis Mendoza? Is that his name? Yeah. And he got thrown off the stage by Almas. That's twice. Almas has destroyed 2 potential matches so far. Let's just keep that in mind, okay? What a dick. What an asshole. Just saying. Okay? Anyways.
Trash.
Moved on to the main event. The main event was actually Sanity versus Dunn and Strong, which is pretty cool. Semis of the DRC. Very anticipating match here. 2 different styles clashing. That's why I was very anticipating, and it looked very promising because you got 2 different styles that Sanity plays, and the style that Dunn and Strong have with the hard hitting, clashing together with these 2. I thought it was really promising. It actually was pretty good. Sanity play their characters so well. These guys are like so into the character. They're like the Hardys. They go nuts. And I'd love to see them against the Wyatts if they ever got back together, or the Broken Hardys in the future, man. Sanity is just amazing. So this was a very good match. Lots of intensity, a lot of strong strikes. You can definitely feel the tension between both teams that wanting to move on. You can feel it between both of them that they really wanted this. They really wanted to get that win to move on to the finals. Lots of near finishes, which was really well done by both teams. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Dunn and Strong hit this finisher, and I think it leads into like Dunn's finisher, the bitter end. But it was really, really well done, and they just won out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh shit, Strong and Dunn pulled it off. I honestly thought Sandy was going to win this match by like a little mistake, a little mistake that they would make to lose the match. But Strong and Dunn, proving I guess they're the underdogs for some reason of this tournament. I guess because they don't have really tag team chemistry, but they're off to the finals. And they announced right away that the finals will happen next week to determine. The finals of the Dusty Road Classic will determine who will go on to take over New Orleans to face Undisputed Era for the tag team titles. So huge, and I'm wondering what the hell is going on because there's literally haven't been any update. I don't think I've read any update on Bobby Fish, on if he's healthy or not. So it's gonna be interesting to see, or maybe Adam Cole's gonna have to pull double duty. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. Gotta get back to work. See you later, Greg. Thanks for stopping by, man, and joining the live chat. Thank you very much. Anyways, that wasn't the end of NXT. What ended NXT was my favorite part of the whole night. Kathy Kelly outside Regal's office. Once again, looking for the final member of the ladder match. Regal's like, it's funny you say that because I have him right in my office, and I'll let him introduce himself. So he closed the door, and out comes Ricochet. Yes. The crowd went absolutely ballistic. I went nuts.
What about you? Yeah.
I was over the moon. Ricochet is the final member in this ladder match. He looks at Kathy Kelly, winks at her, and goes, "See you in New Orleans." Oh, man. What the hell? TakeOver just won, man. Give them the trophy. They won. TakeOver New Orleans is going to beat WrestleMania. I can already see it. Oh, my God. So the ladder match has Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, EC3, and Ricochet. Take my fucking money. Just take all of it. Take it all. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that. That's how we ended NXT. That was great. Oh, man. I hope we get a Ricochet match, like a debut match next week. I hope we get that. Anyways, big episode of NXT tonight. Big.
Our boy Trey Patterson on Twitter would have been better if Big Show had come out.
Right. Him and his new abs.
Thanks, Trey.
Yeah.
Thank
his
you,
new
Trey,
abs.
for your great corporate comments as always. They're well appreciated by myself.
Anyways, the North American Championship match looks amazing. That's going to be for the debut of this title.
So are they just scrapping that UK title that they had?
No, they're going to continue it. They'll continue. Like Pete Dunne's being featured. They're probably going to go. I'm guessing they're going to pull up the upset next week. They'll probably be at Takeover New Orleans. And can you imagine they win the title? He's holding how is he going to fit 2 belts in his mouth?
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to do that. But
they make a good team. Those two. They make a really good team.
Are they going to have the UK champion and a North American champion go at it at some point? I'm sure
that'd be cool. Would that be cool? Would it not? Mix it. I think maybe in their minds they have an inner work here that eventually they're gonna fuse the title together and create the first ever NXT World title. That would make sense, right? North America and then UK title mixed together, just do everything together. The world title. I think there's something eventually in a couple years down the line they're probably gonna do that. That's my guess, right? Like a sudden theory. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah. As for the list of 10, I don't have any because I didn't watch this week and we didn't really watch, so I'm just going to scrap it this week. We'll give honorable mentions.
You basically already ranted.
Yeah, the list honorable mention goes to both shows this week. Everything that happened on both shows would just.
You don't want to talk about John Cena and Undertaker?
No. Because I'm hoping it happens next. Well, Undertaker, sure, not Kane. But I'm just going to get right now. For both shows being so completely trash this week.
You know what? You just made the list.
Yeah, it makes the list. You know who gets a perfect 10? NXT. NXT, you get a perfect
10.
There you go. List of 10 over. Sorry. We didn't watch shows this week, guys. Sorry. Can't have that. But we have tweets. I'm pretty sure we have tweets. Let me just pull it up here. Gotta get in those fan tweets. Gotta love you guys out there. Love you. Love fan tweets. Once Twitter opens up for me. I don't know why it's not opening up. But NXT tonight, man. Huge episode. Can't wait for next week. We already got Lars Sullivan and Killian Dane booked. The finals of the DRC.
We won't be able to see it live, but
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for this show.
For Takeover?
Yeah, Takeover.
Oh, I thought you meant WrestleMania.
Well, I can't wait for that either. Obviously, that's gonna be my first WrestleMania watching it live. I'm going to be very excited for it, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to be excited for Kane and John Cena at WrestleMania.
That's not happening at WrestleMania. Let's be honest here. Let's quiet down. Anyways, I got your fan tweets out there, guys. Thank you so much for tweeting to the show. We got Tiffany from Dad Ass Podcast. 1 week away. Which match are you looking forward to the most? Can you and Cappy put Gargano in a bag for me and bring him back as a gift?
Yeah,
I think that'd be illegal. I don't think that's going to work coming across the border. What's in the bag, sir? Just a wrestler.
We'll blame it on No Sell Phil because he'll be in the back seat. So,
which match am I looking forward to the most? Out of WrestleMania, I'm going to say Shinsuke Nakamura and Styles, obviously, because I'm a mark. And out of NXT TakeOver New Orleans, I'm going to say Gargano and Ciampa because that's the one. As much as the other ones are looking good, I can't wait for Gargano and Ciampa. That's going to be my favorite. So what about you, Cappy? And I'm hoping for some corporate picks here, but I'd love to know some serious picks as well.
I'm gonna be serious here, okay?
Okay.
I mean, we didn't go over last week, but the dream match of Gilbert and James Ellsworth happened last week at an indie event.
Oh,
so obviously I was excited about that.
I'm gonna go on my phone here and pretend that I care.
But anyways, I'm surprised you didn't say Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander because they had a hell of a build this week with that promo that they had.
I did see the build. I did.
That's gonna be great. Mustafa Ali, Cedric are two of the most underutilized guys on that brand.
I'm just scared.
Last year and a half.
Can you guess why I'm scared? What are they going to be subject to? Because of time constraints.
That better not be on the fucking pre-show.
I'll be losing my mind if that's on the pre-show. Anyways.
And to take over, I'll say Pete Dunne and Roddy Strong's match.
Yeah, I thought you'd be saying Almas's match because you just want to see Selena Vega.
Well, I mean, that's not really a match. But yeah,
That's
to see Selena Vega is a plus.
It's a peep show.
The peep show, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
All right, on to the next set of tweets. That comes from Michael Chow. Michael Chow TV, guys, like I said before, does Raw and SmackDown reviews. Go check him out on Spreaker. He says, NXT's build to TakeOver has been incredible. Yes, it has. So excited for this event, unlike the main roster. Well, don't blame you. NXT equals WrestleMania, and Raw and SmackDown Live equals Fastlane 2016 and 2017. It's true. It's true. They've been fucking terrible.
Who?
Raw and SmackDown have been like as good as Fastlane and from 2016 2017. Literally. Fucking NXT TakeOver is the real WrestleMania here, to be honest. Even though I'm going to say that I like a couple of matches on the main WrestleMania card. Obviously, Shinsuke and Styles, the Ultimate Dream match. Huge match between Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and Miz. That's probably going to be one of the match stealers, I'm telling you right now. And whatever Daniel Bryan's into, man. It's going to be a good match. And if Undertaker and Cena go at it, I've been wanting to see that for, like, ever. So, can't wait for that. Michael Giles puts, NXT sometimes has flaws, and that ending to the Oscars of Sleep versus Street Profits match was awful. Yes, we can tell you that was very, very poorly done, and I don't think the Street Profits should have been buried like that. A lot of teams shouldn't have been buried as they did in that tournament. For a tournament semi-match, I expected better. Yes, NXT is not always perfect. They got flaws just right there. That was terrible. I hate how they're pushing Authors of Sleep so good. Hate that. Anyways, his last tweet, he puts, there have been some leaked WrestleMania advertisements with The Rock's name appearing on them. Whether it's real or fake, who do you predict The Rock doing, or what do you predict The Rock doing at the event? He predicts the biggest concert of all time, and he has half a picture with Elias and half a picture with The Rock with a guitar.
Yes.
Oh my God, if those two do that at WrestleMania, I'll mark the fuck out. Like, I'll just lose my shit, and that'll probably be the funniest thing ever.
Rock come out as, like, Hollywood Rock?
And then he can rock bottom him after. Like, he doesn't have to get that physical. Like, it could just be a quick thing.
Yeah,
I
like
love
Elias
that.
can, like, just be in a segment, he's just playing the guitar, and then The Rock comes out with his guitar or something.
Yeah, I love that. I would absolutely love that. I hope it happens. Anyways, last set of tweets comes from our 2017 Fan of the Year. That's right. It goes to, or comes from Glorious Greg. He was our 2017 Fan of the Year, and he gets his own theme song played before every one of his tweets, and he gets a shout-out on the show. So shout out to you, Glorious Greg. And if you guys want to win the 2018 Fan of the Year, all you have to do is participate with us on Twitter and participate in the live chat, and you are automatically entered in to win 2018 Fan of the Year, and it will announce the winner at our end of the year Slammies as we do every year. So thank you, Glorious Greg, for sending your tweets and being our Fan of the Year and your continued support of the podcast. We really do appreciate it, brother. And his tweets are, can't wait for the ladder match for the NXT North American title at TakeOver New Orleans. I cannot wait either. That looks like it's going to be huge. Who are your picks to win the ladder match? And do you think someone will interfere in Dane and Lars' match next week? Well, it's not going to be Roderick Strong because that was weirdly, he was really put into that for a sec.
That was stupid. I didn't understand that at all.
I don't think anyone's going to interfere, but for the ladder match, I'm going with my boy Ricochet, obviously.
Oh, fucking way out of the map pick right there.
But if I could pick someone, I think Velveteen Dream deserves the championship, to be honest. But I'm going to stick with Ricochet just for the homer pick. What about you,
I'm going to go
Cappy?
with Adam Cole,
baby. That'd be sick. That's a good pick. I like that.
I feel like he needs a title to be with Bobby Fish and fuckboy over there, Kyle O'Reilly. But yeah, Mister, I'm playing my guitar. Who does something weirder with their belt? Pete Dunne by having it in his mouth, or Kyle O'Reilly playing as a guitar?
I like both of them, to be honest. I have no problem with it. So you're asking the wrong guy here.
It's like, what is he trying to be, Hulk Hogan with the NWO belt?
I think that's their their thing is it's almost like a rendition of NWO, like it's like a tribute. So that's pretty cool.
Your boy B is for awesome didn't like when you did that comparison last week.
Well,
for some reason.
People have their opinions. That's just my opinion.
But yes, Adam Cole for sure needs a mid card. Like, he needs to have a title ASAP if he's not going to be in the world title picture for NXT.
Do you agree with, though, if Velveteen Dream, I think, deserves something? I think he deserves it. Like, he's put up such a good effort since he's debuted. I think I wouldn't mind him winning the title. It'd be a well-deserved
I wouldn't
championship.
either for a mid-card title, too, because I don't think he's ready to hold the world title, but definitely maybe a mid-card title could help elevate to that next level.
And we've seen him have good matches, so whoever he fights with, is going to be a good match for it.
I'm just so glad that NXT finally is bringing a mid-card title because we actually get to see the guys floating around in the middle fight for something.
I might have to get that replica title, eventually.
I just feel like I feel so bad for some of the guys that over the last 3 years that have got called up from NXT that didn't get a chance to Ty Dillinger would have been perfect for that mid-card title.
Yeah,
and it just seems like they missed their opportunity with a lot of guys that are now up that didn't have an opportunity at that title.
Right. So, yeah, those are our picks for that. And his last tweet, also, I would like to see Dunn and Strong take on the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag titles. It's something new and unexpected. Yeah, can you imagine that type of match? The Undisputed Era versus Dunn and Strong? That would be another huge match.
That's what I want to see. That's the match that I'd be looking forward to the most if that happened.
Can we
Sanity, I don't know. It seems like they're phasing Sanity out. And please, God, can we just have Authors of Pain just fucking lose, please?
That's what I want to say. Can we please not have Authors of Pain in the finals anymore? I'm done. I'm sick and tired of these people.
And Paul Ellering, he's the worst manager. He does nothing.
Right. Please, enough of this shit. Enough.
Yeah, just think we hate him now on NXT. Can you imagine how much we're going to hate him on the main roster? Oh, God. You got to cater to these people that only love the big guys, They only find the big guys credible.
I'm telling you, it's Vince's little hand reaching into the NXT pot. It's like him and Triple H agree on something.
Push those guys.
Oh, let me have one person, Hunter. One person. Give me that Authors of Pain. Oh, they're going to be Roman's bodyguards. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're technically two people, but yeah.
That's what bodyguards. I was plural there. I was very plural.
No, you said one person.
I meant two. Obviously. Let's say they form together to become one great giant fucking Authors of Pain.
Yeah. Great. Couldn't think of anything worse.
I had a thought earlier. I was thinking of it was in my head. I'm going if this happened at Mania or at TakeOver, it would probably be the biggest pop ever. Could you imagine Lars Sullivan just has a squat or after it wouldn't happen because he's in the ladder match. I was gonna say if he had a random squat, what they could have done? Have him squash someone else at TakeOver, right in the beginning, and just grab the mic and just no one will be able to defeat me, cut a decent promo, and all of a sudden Braun's music hits and he comes out at TakeOver.
How about fucking Lars Sullivan comes out at Mania and is Braun's tag team partner?
Oh man, that'd be crazy. But I want them to face each other. I don't want them to team together.
After though, if they won the tag titles, they'd fight after.
Yeah.
But okay, can we say who the fuck is gonna be Braun's partner? Realistically, why can't he just go by himself?
It's gonna be Big Show. As much as I don't want to say it, it's Big Show. Look, he's been posting pictures of himself working out and showing off his 4 or 3 abs, whatever those abs he has on top of his stomach. It's gonna be Big Show. God, as much as I don't want to say it, it's gonna be Big Show. It can't be anyone else. I can't think of it being anyone else.
I actually think it would be hilarious if it was Kurt Hawkins, man, and he breaks his 178 winless streak. And Braun just does all the work, and Hawkins just gets destroyed by one bro kick, and he's just outside the ring the whole match. And Braun does everything because he's gonna do everything anyway. He should just be allowed to go for the tag titles by himself. He's the only guy that I can recall in the last maybe 10 years that can actually go for the tag titles by himself.
Trey, I know you like that. I know you love the Big Show pick. I'm just looking at what WWE would do.
No, Big Show's gonna return in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna win it. It's gonna be renamed the Big Show Battle Royal.
I'm telling you, Braun and Lars eventually will feud together, and I'm gonna mark the shit out because I think that's a perfect feud for those two. Just saying.
Yeah, we don't need to see him going up against Paul White and Kane anymore because it's pointless.
That's gonna be the end of the show. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Next week we're gonna be in New Orleans. There's no Lowdown show next week. I'm trying to organize something. I got stuff in the works for that. I think the TakeOver prediction show is also going to be. I'm in the works with Wrestle Rumble. We're probably going to get. I think I got them to give me a pick to give away, so a free entry into their pick'em contest. So basically, I'm gonna tweet out. People are gonna have to tune into that TakeOver prediction show to win the free entry. So you don't got to pay to get in. You get a free entry, and we'll give it away. We'll do like a contest or something. And we're also going to announce the Twitter Fan of the Month then, and the winner will get something special we pick out at the WrestleMania Access store. So there will be some vlogs posted as well. So lots of stuff coming next week, guys. We're almost going to be there. It's so close to New Orleans. So lots of stuff coming. So thank you for being patient with us. It's been tough trying to get content out in the last couple of weeks with the new job and stuff and just being ultra busy and saving up for Mania. So thank you for being with us, and thank you for continuing to support us. So again, yeah, I was going to say is thank you, and continue to share us, guys. Get the word out there.
Have fun wherever you're watching Mania. I don't know if you're doing parties or what, or going away for it, whatever you do.
It's going to be a long drive down for us, but we're going down to New Orleans. It's going to be
I'm going to be sick of that song by the time you're done with
probably. But, guys, that's going to do it for episode. And just for that song, that's going to be our outro song. I'm going to leave off with this right now.
Perfect.
So thank you for tuning in to episode 96 of the Lowdown Show, guys. We're so close to 100 right here on No Holds Barred Wrestling Podcast, your Canadian wrestling podcast that talks about NXT and No Holds Barred. Anything we say, pun intended. You can follow the podcast on Twitter, again, at No Holds Barred WP. Follow myself at Real Kyle Masters, and follow my co-host at Corporate Cappy. You can listen to us on the go on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, and Spreaker. Spreaker is a glorious podcast app that's available for all Android and Apple devices, and you can it's free to download. You can chat with us live in here when we're live on the Lowdown Show and listen to all previous episodes of the podcast. We have a YouTube channel to watch the video versions of the podcast, youtube.com/NHBWR. You want to subscribe to that to get all the live content we're going to be doing down New Orleans, so please subscribe to that and get the word out there to subscribe to that channel, because all the content will be posted on there. youtube.com/NHBWR. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for all upload updates. I'm your host, the self-proclaimed greatest host, Kyle Masters, always joined by my co-host. He's the blissful boss, Mr. Corporate himself, Corporate Cappy.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep through the next couple of days. That's for sure.
It's going to be awesome, guys. And as always, we're reminding you to keep it on the lowdown, and we'll see you next week in New Orleans.